Something is starting to really get to you, angels, in this waiting period. You're starting to feel bored. You're starting to feel restless. You're starting to feel anxious because you've been telling yourself, I'm okay within this pause. I am safe within this pause. But part of you was expecting something to happen right now and that you'd be out of this energy already. First card out of the deck purely while I was shuffling is the Wheel of Fortune. Your guides are literally coming in here to say, this isn't going to last forever. The wheel absolutely will keep turning, and it's turning right now as we speak. Like, this period is coming to an end, and can you wait just a little bit longer? And can you trust just a little bit longer that this isn't going to last forever? But today I want to pull some cards surrounding this energy, this boredom combined with restlessness, and really see any advice that your guides have for you surrounding this. So you'll have to excuse my appearance today. I'm feeling really under the weather. I'm kind of like homesick, and I'm just kind of dropping in to that energy today. So, okay. First divine message is stand tall and maintain dignity no matter what. Others will treat you with the respect you deserve. So you have to stand tall and maintain your dignity even within this period. Despite how you may be feeling at this time. Hi, Moo Moo. My kitty's over here trampling on my cards. Actually, maybe we should pull that one. Okay. The Knight of Cups. Things are moving. They are just not moving as fast as your human brain would like them to. Let's get one more divine message before we pull some cards surrounding this. Others will treat you with the respect you deserve so long as you are presenting yourself as a dignified and respected person. Somebody who has a lot of self-dignity and self-respect will demand respect from others, despite what period you are in right now. And don't be blocked by short-sightedness. I really like getting this card. You better pray. Have any of us lost faith? Have any of us lost faith in this wheel of waiting? We're being called to pray, to call upon our guides even more. Whatever you're manifesting at this moment in time could be being blocked by short-sightedness. Have you prayed to the universe lately? And do your prayers include gratitude? Make time to express gratitude to the universe for where you are in the present and how far you've come. Short-sightedness says, I want more. Long-sighted manifesting involves thanking your angels every day for what you have and signaling that you are ready for more of this abundance. Your angels want you to know that they are still here guiding you, but they get quiet when you get quiet. Okay, interesting. We have the World card coming in, reminding you that everything that you want is still yours. Everything that you want in the whole of this entire world is still yours, because we legitimately do not have desires for no reason. They are rooted in soul's purpose, or they are rooted in some sort of lesson that you are being called to learn at this time. And it is as simple as that. So please, in these times of doubt, ground back into that notion, ground back into that fact We have the Four of Swords in reverse and the Four of Wands in reverse. Definitely look for fours as confirmation for spiritual guidance and protectance. This collective is so guided and so protected. And I promise you, if you are not seeing any signs that affirm this for you, it honestly is just a testament that you are too much in your head and you're not aware of the signs, because this is a very spiritually guided and spiritually protected community. Your guides are trying to send you signs, okay? You just really have to be aware of them. And please look for fours as confirmation. 4-4, 4-4-4, 4 fours. Look for fours, I'm telling you. So we have the Four of Swords and the Four of Wands in reverse, and it feels like you're just over this waiting. Like what once felt calm and peaceful and you knew you were coming out the other side victorious, now feels like you're almost going backwards a little bit and being like, am I being foolish for this? Like, am I sabotaging myself by like sitting in this pause energy for too long? I honestly feel like this is the final stretch that we need to move through, this final mental exercise that we need to move through. But let's elaborate on that. The Page of Cups in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. I feel as though it is time to almost kind of like get back out there into the world. Like, yes, as very spiritually connected people, as a collective of empaths, as a collective of people with very healing hands, a healing aura, a healing presence, this collective really does value their alone time a lot, and you use your alone time to recharge you. But after prolonged periods of sitting alone in this energy, after you receive what you need, after you receive the inner wisdom and guidance that you need, your guides want to remind you that you have to get back out into the world. Like, I almost feel like this collective's been overdoing the Hermit energy lately. Like, you can stay in a sacred pause and not make any like major life-changing decisions while you're like waiting on a manifestation to unfold, but you are still needed in the outside world. Like, your aura and your presence is still needed. And I feel like this is absolutely a call to get back out there and connect with people. Just like go out and like run a random errand. I honestly like look at me right now in my Hermit energy to the max. And I felt like I just had to come on here and do a reading real quick. And it's making a lot of sense. Like, I almost feel like the wheel of fortune, the luck, the manifestation, the blessing, the miracle that you've been waiting for is also waiting on you to get back into the world. Like, perhaps even the person who is here to like deliver your miracle, you haven't met yet because you've just been too much in your Hermit energy. And I really feel like some of you guys really need to go outside and really just go connect with people, even if it's like the cashier at Trader Joe's, like whatever small thing it is. I am really feeling like you have to like go and get out there, because the more that you sit in this Hermit energy, the more these feelings of like unworthiness are starting to creep up, and the more that these feelings of doubt are starting to creep up. So lean back into gratitude. Like, do you really want to have wasted this entire sacred pause just staying in solitude? Probably not, because when the energy picks back up again, which it's going to very, very soon, I really feel like you're going to regret not taking more of this time where you're your energy's low, but your responsibilities are also low. And I feel like you may regret not taking this time to connect with people in the outside world while you're still in this pause, because the wheel is turning and the energy is going to pick up. I can feel it. It's going to pick up really soon, and it's been confirmed by previous messages this week. Thank you. You are between worlds, but your guides want to remind you that while you're between worlds, you are still in flow. This is for somebody. You don't need to know the next chapter. You don't need the next chapter mapped out yet. You're standing right in the middle of the bridge you built for yourself. Don't forget to look around and admire it. Yes, do not miss blessings. Do not miss the abundance that surrounds you because you're stuck in a hermit energy. And then we have the Page of Pentacles and the Fool in reverse. I feel like you maybe have shifted from like seeing possibilities now to seeing lack, to sensing fear, to leaning more towards like these are all the negative things that could happen, rather than like these are all the positive things that could happen. Haji, your little paws are in the video, buddy. I hope he comes over here so you guys can see him. Oh, everybody's really actively exercising their throat chakra today. But yeah, we've got to flip this energy, and the easiest way is to sink back into gratitude. Hi. Sink back into gratitude, you guys. Seriously, that is the easiest way. And here comes the cat. This is so insane. Like, being between worlds is easily explained here by the Page of Pentacles. Like, he is about to step into this new prosperous chapter, but he does still have both feet on the ground. But he's holding the seed of his next chapter, and the seed of your next chapter might still be living up here. I really, truly do feel like it's extremely important for this collective to get out right now. I want to elaborate on this. And then we'll definitely get some more cards. Thank you. It's not about pushing harder right now. It's trusting that consistency is movement, even when it looks still. This is huge, okay? It's not about pushing harder right now. It's about trusting that consistency is movement, even when it looks still. So how are we going to use the rest of this blessed time that we've been given to figure things out, to sit in uncertainty, to trust in uncertainty while all of these larger things are unfolding? We have the Tower in reverse and the King of Wands. Yeah. It's like this really is all happening for a reason. This pause has been given you for a reason, so that you have had the time to like dismantle the old structure of how you did things. The universe literally was like, let me come in and wipe everything off their plate. Like, let's make them really have to sit in this uncertainty so that when we do come in and deliver those blessings, all faith and all trust in us will be restored. They want almost to force you into doubt so that when this blessing comes for you, it's going to just restore all of your faith. like everything up until this point and in this point right now has all been for a reason. For some reason, you have been asked to pause before receiving any more. And that is why you feel like you're ready to burst. You're not used to this much rest. This collective is not used to this much rest. But you know what else this collective is not used to? Receiving without effort, or receiving without force, I should say. Because we'll always have to exert some effort, but it doesn't have to be force. And oh my God. I work better when I am intentionally rested. This is what your guides want you to know right now, that you work better when you are intentionally rested. I'm telling you, this is all for a reason. It's preparing you for this big blessing that's really going to hit home everything that you've been affirming up until this point, or up until this day that this boredom and doubt started creeping in and anxiety started creeping in. It's preparing you that all of these affirmations like will become true. I'm telling you, it's like I can see them at the end of this dark tunnel, but it's hard to keep walking through a dark tunnel when it's like there's darkness ahead, but I know there's a light somewhere, and there's darkness behind, but at least I know the darkness behind. At least it's familiar to me. And that's why it's so easy to want to run backwards in this dark tunnel instead of running forwards. Yes, it's dark in either direction, but on one end, there's like great possibility of light. And if you choose to go backwards, it's only dark. The only difference is it's a familiar dark. Okay? Your guides want you to know that you are stepping into your soft era, and not because you earned it through exhaustion, but it's because you deserve to live in peace and presence. Affirm, I am stepping into my soft era, not because I earned it through exhaustion, but because I deserve to live in peace and presence. Consistency is movement, even when it looks still. Even if you take one step every day forward, even if it's in the dark, even if you just say one affirmation today, even if you just lean in to what's happening right now, lean into this indecision, lean into this uncertainty a little bit more today. That is consistency. It appears still. You think you're not moving, but you absolutely are. You're moving further towards the light. It's just not lit yet. But we have to go back to the very first card and the first few cards of this reading, which was the Wheel of Fortune. It is turning, it is coming, and honestly, it's been promised to us. It is written in the stars at the end for this collective that what you want is yours. We've been hearing about it. We've been receiving these messages for weeks now, weeks. And I think that is also partially why we're getting so impatient right now. Okay? I balance expansion with ease. I can handle all that's unfolding because I move with grace and not resistance. Affirm, I simply declare I'm getting fucking rich. I simply declare I'm getting bleeping rich. Okay? Okay. Can we just get another message here? Because I feel like, what does our soul need to know? What does the souls of this collective need to know while we're just like, I feel like this collective is like on a Ferris wheel, and it was like about to make its final turn, but then the mechanics stopped, and now we're like suspended in midair. Do you ever see on the news? This is why my mom never let me go to amusement parks when I was younger, because you would always see on the news like someone on like Superman ride of steel, like ride got stuck in the air, people stuck upside down for hours. For like, that's how I feel like this is. Like, we feel like this collective feels like they've been just stuck upside down for hours. And we have the Eight of Swords coming in here to tell us that you're not stuck. It's perception, and perception is reality. You perceive yourself to be stuck, but there's always two sides of the coin. It's like the person who gets fired from their job and says, oh my God, why me? Why is this happening? And there's the person who gets fired from their job who's like, wow, this is a blessing in disguise. This job wasn't meant for me, and now I have so much opportunity to do something else. She's only as bound and blindfolded and stuck as she's allowing herself to be. Surrounded by swords that could easily cut through these very loose ties. And also, she can unbind herself and unblindfold herself. And that's what I feel like Spirit is saying here. You're perceiving yourself to be stuck, and I feel like it's something that has to do with old wounds. Maybe in the past when things stopped in this way, when you have been like suspended in midair, metaphorically, it didn't turn out great. Maybe your finances were depleted. Maybe your root chakra was thrown completely off balance. Maybe it made you feel like you needed to act fast, or you did act fast and you took a new turn onto a new path very quickly, and that didn't really lead where you wanted to go. So you're perceiving this period of suspension. I keep hearing the word suspension. Suspension, like you're already on your way to the destination. Your guides are just suspending you a little bit longer, and I'm trying to figure out why, but they're also telling me that you don't need to know why, and you just need to trust us. It's very like blind trust that they're asking this collective to have in them right now. But I'm also getting this message that they're saying like, trust us. It's not gonna be like before. Like, you've healed through these old wounds, and it's not gonna be like before. I didn't even realize there's 3 that fell out here. Yeah, okay. We've got the 9 of Cups. We've got the 10 of Pentacles again. And we've got the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is you. The 9 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles are your blessings. It's just further confirmation here. It's just further confirmation here to trust them. I don't even really know. Okay, and then we have the 7 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. They want you to remember in the past what happened when you cheated yourself out of energy of rest that was given to you purposefully so that you could make an aligned next move. Remember what happened in the past when you didn't use that wisely, or you didn't use that time as your guides intended, and instead you tried to forge a different path. You tried to open another door quickly, and it led to some type of wound and some type of lesson that you had to heal from. Like, I really feel like when you did this in the past, it taught you a valuable lesson. It showed you what you don't want to do again. Okay? Like, you chose to do something on your own in haste. It feels like a hasty energy, and it led to it, like, you were doing fine, but you just weren't satisfied. You weren't satisfied with this choice that you made out of haste, out of desperation, out of lack, out of impatience, feeling like I need something now and I just can't wait. I'm not safe in this waiting period. They want you to recall those times and recall those lessons and recall any promises you made to yourself at that time. Something along the lines of, like, I'm not going to do that again. The next time around, I'm going to be extra sure. I'm going to make sure it's really aligned, because you knew in your head, I can't go through this chaoticness again. The next big move that I make needs to be like more long term, needs to be more sustainable, and needs to be more balanced. So your guides are really saying, like, please remember all of those things. Like, we're delivering this to you now. But these long-term sustainable manifestations require long-term and sustainable manifesting. And we have this message from earlier about rest. Where did it go? It was something about, like, you just needing to rest at this time intentionally. You work better when you're intentionally rested. That's what it said. I can't even find the card. Yeah. And here we go again. Do not return to what you've outgrown just because it knocks again. And do not doubt your pace. Honor your timing. You know that you have been chosen for these blessings. Don't start doubting that now. You've done so much work over this period of time in the last, like, I want to say like 2 months or so, like 4 to 8 weeks. You've done so much work to affirm to yourself that blessings are now going to come to you through ease because you're done fighting. And they really want you to not lose sight of that now. Like, you know that you have been chosen for these blessings. This is a really weird card to come out considering what time of month it is for me, but this is a message for somebody out there, the females in this collective. It's just so interesting. Like, maybe part of what this collective is supposed to accomplish in this time, in this suspension period, is to drop into your body more, drop out of your head and into your body. It requires a lot of stillness to, like, really drop into your body. Think of how a yoga class is structured. Like, some of them are candlelit. Some of them, there's like extreme heat. Usually the lights are dimmed. You don't talk in a yoga class. You're just listening to the instructor cue the postures. Like, it takes a lot of, like, calm energy to drop into your body. And I feel like that is part of what you're supposed to accomplish here in this suspension. So listen to what they say. Much like you retain water when you are shedding your monthly uterine lining, pay attention to symptoms like fluid retention as a nudge from spirit that something else may need to be shed from your life. And then here it says habits, environments, stressors, negativity, physical spaces, routines, etc. Pay attention to signals that your body is telling you as a nudge for like, hey, this isn't good. We might need to shed this from our life right now. So I think for me, it's like negative self-talk and doubt. Absolutely. I'm sure it's different for all of us. But yeah, this message is definitely for someone. Pay attention to fluid retention as a nudge from spirit that something may need to be shed from your life. Let's get one last message to wrap this up here. And then I will leave you guys and we'll get a mantra. I have the wrong deck, so enter into gratitude first. What are five things y'all are grateful for, like in this moment right now? Because remember, our problems are so small and the world is so large. Think about it. You only live in one country in the world, and then you only live in one city or town in this huge country that you live in. And then furthermore, all the countries on Earth are on, a planet that's suspended in a freaking gigantic solar system. We're gonna end on this note. I know who I am, what I am capable of, and what is destined for me. Everything I manifest is manifesting me. Okay? I hope that this helped. I hope that this helped some of you. I hope that this returned you to a little bit of faith. And remember that as a chosen recipient of miracles, you're on the path already. There might be more hoops and valleys than you thought you would have to navigate through. And I just really hope that this reading restores your faith that you are still chosen, that your guides are still here, that they are trying to send you signs. Look for 4s this week as confirmation. And yeah, I would love to hear from you guys, so you can always leave me a comment, like or subscribe as well, so that these messages can reach more people in this collective. Okay, that's all that I have for y'all today, but I love you very, very much. I am very honored that you are here. If this message found you, it did find you right on time, no matter if it's the day it was posted, weeks later, months later, or years later. That is the intention that I put behind these videos. Please check out the links in my bio if you ever want a personal reading, my angels. Go get outside. I love you.